sexual energy and spiritual energy is the same. You tuned in, tapped on, turned on.
Well, when you are really in alignment, that is the purest form of what humans call sexual energy.
Well, that's basically my question, because given the amount of sexual activity on this planet at any given point of time, why is humanity not more enlightened?
Because there is sex inside the vortex and there is sex outside the vortex.
Yeah.
A lot of sex is needy, a lot of sex is controlling, a lot of sex is demanded, a lot of sex is perfunctory, a lot of sex is habitual. Sex is like the word God. Most people, when they use the word, don't mean what we mean when we use the word. In other words, and so we don't use the word God because it just evokes from most people all kinds of distortion that isn't even close to what we know as source energy. And sexuality or sex is the same sort of thing. It usually stirs in most people something that's not even close to what. And so when we're talking about alignment, we're talking about let's start in another place. When you feel negative emotion, it always means that the way you are approaching a subject is very different from the way the source within you feels about it. And when you feel wonderful, it means that the way you're thinking about a subject is in alignment with what source feels about it. Well, when you look at all of the rules and punishments and taboos and regulations and biases and criticism that follows the subject of sexuality, it's very rare to find a healthy-minded person who is thinking about sexuality. You're just hung up about so many things and pushing hard against so many things. When you're tuned into the wholeness of who you are, you feel the inspiration of that. Many people feel sexual energy moving when they meditate. Because as they come into alignment, the wholeness of who they are is moving through them, you see. A lot of people begin to feel that sexual energy and they are repelled by it, or they are worried about it, or they're put off by it because they don't understand it. Most people are not even coming close to allowing themselves the connection to the source that is within them. And once you begin to understand this vortex, and you deliberately work to come into alignment with that which is your vortex, and then from inside the vortex you have your conversations, from inside the vortex you have your physical intertwinings, from inside the vortex you create your music, you play your music. In other words, everything's better from inside the vortex, and sex is just one of those things. Teenagers are they are more biologically inspired and less structured, and there are a lot of obedient teenagers who are very frustrated.